The House chamber was buzzing with its usual tension, a storm of whispers and shuffling papers echoing off marble walls. But that day, there was an unusual crackle in the air, as if the room itself knew something big was about to happen. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, confident and sharp-tongued, strode to the podium with her signature smirk, her eyes scanning the chamber. She had prepared her lines carefully, and the target was clear: Charlie Kirk, the conservative activist whose ideas she considered naive, even dangerous. "Let's be honest," AOC began, her voice carrying through the chamber with the precision of a practiced orator. "Charlie Kirk's ideas are, well, let's just call it what it is: ignorant. Uneducated. Not grounded in reality." The words hung in the air like a gavel pounding on a desk. A few sympathetic faces nodded, others frowned, sensing the brewing storm. Kirk, seated across the chamber, remained unervingly calm. He didn't flinch or respond immediately. Instead, he allowed the moment to swell, letting the insult hang longer than most would. Around him, aides whispered urgently, but he raised a single finger in a gesture of patience. Before the tension could reach a breaking point, Senator John Kennedy entered the fray. Known for his Southern charm, razor-sharp wit, and unflinching honesty, Kennedy had a reputation for turning political arrogance into theater. He wasn't a man who tolerated bullying on the House floor, or anywhere else, for that matter. "Now, Ms. Ocasio-Cortez," Kennedy began, his voice smooth but firm, echoing across the chamber. "It's easy to throw words like ignorant and uneducated at someone when you've never truly engaged with their ideas. But what's much harder, and much braver, is standing up and acknowledging facts, history, and logic." He paused, scanning the room with a calm intensity that seemed to quiet even the murmurs. "Perhaps it's time we all measured our words as carefully as we measure our arguments." The chamber fell silent. Even AOC's confident smirk faltered, replaced by the subtle twitch of unease. She was not used to being called out in such a deliberate, public way. Kennedy's timing was impeccable, not an attack, but a mirror reflecting arrogance back on the speaker. As the debate unfolded, emotions surged on both sides. Kirk, emboldened by Kennedy's intervention, spoke clearly and passionately, dismantling AOC's critiques point by point. He didn't yell. He didn't insult. Instead, he used facts, anecdotes, and a rare authenticity that made even skeptical members lean forward. The story of a young activist who had once been underestimated, yet rose through persistence and knowledge, resonated across the chamber. Meanwhile, Adam Schiff, seated nearby, had tried to insert himself into the discussion with his usual pomp. But Kennedy's relentless clarity made Schiff's intervention seem hollow, over-rehearsed, and petty. A few colleagues exchanged looks, realizing that the tide had shifted.